It's time for another episode of Anti-Vegan Nonsense. Hello, veg heads. Let's get this train wreck started. So don't you kill plants when eating vegan food? Gosh, these posts are really lame. You contradict your own beliefs with these. Wow, that's quite the genius comment. But don't you kill innocent sentient beings that aren't much more than babies for your food? Why, you can contradict your own ethics and morals for your food. Boy, and you call me lame. Why do humans have teeth specifically for tearing meat? Really? Humans have teeth specifically for tearing meat. So, human teeth? Teeth meant for tearing meat. Human teeth? Teeth meant for tearing meat. Human teeth? Teeth meant for tearing meat. If you honestly believe that you have teeth meant for tearing meat, you may have psychological issues that need looking at. The whole debate is making me hungry for steak. Off to go eat one. Why is it every time there's a debate with veganism or there's a discussion with veganism, these anti-vegan trolls always have to have some of the same comments every time? What? I'm gonna go get me a dead animal. So speaking of compassion, of not killing innocent sentient beings for a needless reason you decide is so devastating to your way of life, to your manhood, that you have to go out and sentence an innocent sentient being to death for no reason other than your own taste pleasure. Wow. That makes you one fantastic genius. I believe fish are more like mindless. Really? I believe fish are more like mindless automatons following their genetic coding, lacking fear or concern of death. Fish, you see, are incredible creatures with highly advanced sensory organs, such as their lateral lines, which runs down the entire length of their body. They're so sensitive that they can detect the tiniest vibrations in the water. It helps them sense food, shelter, different temperatures, and keeps them safe from predators. But they're mindless automatons? Alright then. And if they have this lack of fear and concern for death, why, that would mean that they have no pain receptors. Yet you go out fishing and you hook a fish, I guarantee you that they have pain receptors, because that fight they put up, why, that's them in a blind panic from fear and pain, just trying to get away to make the pain stop. But it doesn't. And some fish, they end up in such a blind panic that they actually fight themselves to death. Such as the muskie, for one. That definitely one good genius comment. If you listen carefully, he says nothing about meat being the issue here. He's talking about processed foods like margarine and sodas. Nothing wrong with eating properly cooked natural meat. A vegan diet is unhealthy unless you're careful of what you eat. Well, that's interesting, because genius, I hate to tell you, but a vegan diet doesn't exist, because there are so many variations to a vegan diet. It's not too different than an omnivorous diet in that aspect, because an omnivorous diet has multiple variations to it. And one that centers around processed food and only processed food will have a very negative outcome. So yeah, a vegan diet? No. A processed food diet is very unhealthy. Yeah. Right. Good job, genius. Good job. Yeah, all true. I've known this since I was 20. Started reading books about microbiotics and veganism. Now 53. Unfortunately, very often had to put up with not nice comments of other people. Well, gee, that's a genius comment. That's the one thing about when you're vegan. You put up with a lot of not nice comments of other people. They're fat and look old. I have athletic figure, do exercises. Look about 10 to 12 years younger, other people have said. I'm not 100% vegan, but practice veganism. Only sometimes do I not kill animals. Other times I think it's okay to kill animals. No red meat, dairy, chicken, eggs. Once a week, fillet of fish. Feel great. Well, that's good. So once a week, you think it's okay to murder a sentient being for absolutely no reason. So if I thought it was okay to go out and murder someone for no reason once a week, then by your logic there, that should be okay. Right? Right. That makes a lot of sense. What a genius. Eating red meat in moderation and consuming other meat like fish, turkey, and chicken, you'll be fine. We're not herbivores. Shake my head. If this was true, there wouldn't be any cases of vegan babies dying from malnutrition. Sure, and if the omnivorous diet was so good, there would be absolutely no omnivorous babies dying of malnutrition. And all things being equal, there are more babies dying of malnutrition that are following an omnivorous diet than those that are following a vegan diet. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Most animal rights activists won't lift a finger for other humans. Okay, so what have you done for other humans, other than make troll comments on vegan pages? I wonder. People are starving, not because of food distribution problems, but lack of the distribution of money. And then number 2, animals are not killed needlessly. They are killed to feed people. Plants are simply inferior as sources of food. A two-parter. They're right about one thing about the lack of distribution of money, especially when you consider that the meat industry, I call it the murder industry, is a $1 trillion industry. Trillion with a T. Trillion. So this is a very small amount of companies that control all the meat in the world. So they are right. It is a money distribution problem. It's all going to the worst industries on the planet, and they have no interest in feeding people. They just have an interest in getting rich. That's it. And animals, they are killed needlessly. The fact that there are vegans who have been vegan since the day they were born, there have been vegans that have been vegan longer than they were non, clearly says, very, very clearly says this. Animals are killed needlessly. There is no reason to kill animals. And if plants are such an inferior sources of food, then why is it that the largest animals that have ever walked the earth have been herbivorous? Let that one sink in. This one is the one that I saved for last. The claim that vegans do not contribute to cruelty or death of living creatures in any way. This is not true at all. Every field of crops that is grown and harvested means the death of thousands of small sentient creatures such as field mice, especially at harvest. I'll sum this up in just 3 words. Combine harvesters, though! Yeah, combines. Sure. Good thing. I have this short 30-second clip of combine harvesters in action. Let's watch it, and then we can see, is it really, and I mean is it really because of so many deaths? Let's see the epitome of anti-vegan nonsense. Well, there you have it. I'll have the full clip linked in the description below. But you can clearly see, or at least hear, the amount of noise coming off that combine harvester. So you tell me, genius, do you really think small field mice and other small creatures are just going to stay there with that monstrosity heading their way? I didn't think so either. That's another edition of Anti-Vegan Nonsense. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to make sure you're getting all my latest content sent direct to your inbox. Until next time, everybody, click this.